Okay, Kevin, for the grand prize of $1 million. What color is the White House?
I know this.
5 seconds.
Oh, switching to Geico could save you a bunch of money on car insurance?
Okay. Judges? That's true, Kevin. They'll allow it. Congratulations. You're a winner.
Woo! Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.
Hi, I'm Stunning Stella Cheeks.
And I'm the Enigma Erin Klein.
And this is
Not Your Demographic,
a feminist wrestling podcast.
Shockingly, those exist.
Demis.
Hey everyone.
You missed a great session of shit talk.
Yes.
Not
yes.
Not about anyone you know or care about, but whew.
Oof. It was good.
Tea time.
It was fresh.
It was single origin tea. That is expensive tea.
Oh God.
How are you?
I'm really good. I finished college.
Yay!
Yeah. Yep. I turned in my last papers and was done. And it was like weird. It was super weird. I crushed my law class. Crushed it. I'm so happy about it. At first, my first discussion post in that class, I did not do well on, and my professor, who had to later be replaced because he stopped caring about the class, gave me like really detailed instructions on how to fix my post, and because I followed that, the guy who had to replace him was like, all right, 100% on everything else. And then I like crushed the 2 papers that I had to write for it. So
nice.
It was super
Good
exciting.
for you.
Yeah, I'm really glad. My pharmacology class, not so much. I'm pretty sure I got like a B in that. Whatever. She was like, I had another student in the class send me an email about how to challenge your grade for this class. I'm guessing a lot of other people did not do well. And I was like, all right, cool.
B is not doing badly, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. But like, I had like a 3.9 before this quarter. And so this dropped my grade point quite a bit. Which, who gives a flying fuck?
Yeah,
like,
it's
I'm
a
done.
bachelor degree. Nobody cares.
I'm fucking done. I don't give a shit. So yeah, that was very, very exciting. I'm like
amazing.
Still riding the high of that. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. And now I'm 2.5 months away from my wedding, and so I'm like, oh fuck, oh no, wait. It's like I got off of one bus and immediately got into a bus going in another direction. Like wait.
That is how it feels to be me. Every moment of every day. I just want you to know that.
I know.
That, I mean, those are bigger things, like college and getting married, but like, literally, I finished one thing, and then it's like, great, here are the 17 other things you have to do, and that you're in charge of, and that you other people are relying on you, so like, just welcome to my life.
Oh my God, it's, I don't like it. I remember now why I don't like to be the boss. I like to have a boss. I don't like to be the boss.
Well, I like to be the boss.
I know, you're good. You're good at it, though. And, like, you do not enjoy having a boss. And, like,
also true.
I like being able to, like, work by myself, but have someone who's like, here's what you need to do today. And I'm like, yeah, sure, check all that shit right off that list.
I like having, like, a partner.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're finished.
Yes, I am, too. I'm very glad about it. Yay. How was your week?
Good, busy. We had our final original tease show.
Yes, how was it?
The show was fantastic. Not to do my own horn or anything, but the past couple shows that I've produced, I've really just, like, crushed the game. Mm-hmm. So,
yep.
I just felt really good about the past. I hate producing. Let me just lay that out there. It sucks. But I also like producing because you, like, have a baby that's been born.
Yeah.
Performance-y wise.
Yeah.
But it was the best way to go out. I mean, there were obviously, it wasn't perfect, and there were things that I would change and blah, blah, blah. I did a brand new number, and I I missed like one tiny sound cue that like nobody would ever have noticed. And it was like, honestly, like a flourish. Everything else I like crushed completely. Nice. And
Good.
I mean, it's a disco number, so I was like moving the whole time and everyone was like,
all right.
And I had like mirror ball pasties and I wore that caftan how it's supposed to be worn.
Excellent. Fantastic. Good. Did you have to modify it at all?
No, it's a caftan.
I don't know. In a burlesque number? Are you kidding?
Oh, no. I wore that as like my welcome to my show outfit.
Okay, good. Yeah, it does look much better on you. It fits your coloring better, I think. Like,
I also wore like giant 70s hair and gold shiny boots with it,
yeah.
so
it like washes me out because I
it's a little
don't
different.
wear makeup ever.
No, it was really fun. It was a little sad, so I did have a drink. I broke my Whole30. I've technically cheated a bunch, but not in like, I don't feel like I'm cheating. I'm still eating very healthy and very clean. Like the things that I've cheated, I had a drink. Me and Nick had no food in the house, so we ordered like eggs, and they had like a little cheese in them. Which, like, whatever. That's just, like, a little cheese. And I had a paleo cookie. Fucking kill me, I guess. So I've technically failed Whole30 because I had a sugar-free paleo cookie that was not great, but was exactly what I needed. So, like, we're still really eating healthy. And honestly, like, I like the way I'm eating during the day. It's just, like, sometimes I want a drink and sometimes I want a fucking cookie.
Yeah, for sure. As long as you're not eating Doritos every day, I think is like the end game for this.
I was eating Doritos like every day.
Healthy replacements.
But I am going to eat Doritos again.
Yeah, but, you know, limit
not
that.
every day.
Yeah.
I
don't
love
have
Doritos
them in your house, and then you won't
We live
eat them.
so close to a Walgreens. You don't know how many times I've, like, stopped doing what I'm doing to go get Doritos. I love Doritos so much.
All right, fair. That's fair. You do live extraordinarily close to a
They
Walgreens.
are technically gluten-free, too, so. I Googled it.
I mean, Oreos are vegan, so, you know, it's
Are
fine.
birthday cake Oreos vegan?
I don't know.
Because birthday cake Oreos are the tits. They're so
Just
good.
because they're vegan doesn't mean they're good for you.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But they're vegan.
Yeah, I mean, this paleo cookie was still like 230 calories.
Jesus.
It's made of nuts. Nuts have a lot of calories in them.
Yeah, they do.
It's literally just like almonds, coconut oil,
Yeah.
honey, and 100% unsweetened cacao chunks.
Oh, you said that with like so much disgust in your voice.
But I did like go get a donut. I had a paleo cookie.
I know. That's better than, you're right, it's better than a donut.
So I don't really feel like I've been cheating.
Whatever. It's fine.
Who cares?
Who cares?
I hate this diet. And not for the reasons people hate diets. I like hate the idea of this diet and the people who do this diet.
Yeah, it's the culture.
And
of
I
it.
don't want to be those people.
So fuck it.
Yeah, I'm going to have honey because it's dumb that you can't have like organic raw honey.
It's dumb that you can't have gum. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I technically have had some gum too. So I'm really fucking this up. What wrestling inspired thing are you wearing?
I'm wearing the sister piece to Breezango's outfits on SmackDown last night.
Their off-duty pineapple romp hymns.
Yes. They had baby pink pineapple romp hymns on, and I have on a baby blue pineapple vintage cut dress. And I love this dress. It's like my favorite thing ever. I wore it to our last Plan 9 show.
That's right.
I love it. I think it's super cute.
It fits you really well.
And it does. It like fits me really well. It's a little bit shorter than I wanted it to be. I thought it was more at the knee than above the knee. But I like it.
Do you have hairy legs?
Right now? I don't know. It's been like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks since I
So you
shaved.
shave your legs, but not your pits.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I only shave my armpits when it is uncomfortable, which I'm getting close to.
Huh. I mean, I'm not judging. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Remember
no.
in college when I tried to grow out my armpit hair and it like wouldn't come in?
Yes,
and
I
I was
do
like,
remember that.
I'm trying to be a feminist.
Yes, I do remember that.
And then finally I just gave up because it looked like way worse because I like it was just like stubbly all the time. So it just looked like I put on deodorant and like a black sweatshirt.
Yep. Yeah, like I wear men's deodorant because it's cheaper and it works better. So like it's already designed for armpit hair, and so I have no like problems with that at all. So yeah, I just don't give a fuck. I just shave when I
was just
feel
curious.
Like, yeah, I just shave when I feel like it. I shave my legs because I went to get my fucking cover-up tattoo on Saturday because a friend of mine was in town, and I went to Chicago Tattoo Parlor because I like a lot of their work and I like a lot of their artists. And the guy that I went and had the consultation with, he was like, I would not tattoo over that. I was like, are you serious?
Which tattoo cover up?
The
your
burn.
scar.
Yeah, the burn scar. And he was like, I just would not feel comfortable tattooing over a burn scar. I think you need to find somebody who's
good at it.
Who specializes in a burn
He's
scar.
got a point.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I was like, I appreciate you being candid about this because it would have been a expensive tattoo as well, and it's hard to turn down a commission like that. And he was like, I like your design, I like what you're doing, I just don't feel comfortable in that. And I was like, all right, that's fine. I totally appreciate that. So I was like, oh, well, this is sad that I couldn't get this tattoo, but I guess, that...
You didn't just get a different one? You were like, all right, just put some bullshit on my arm.
No, I have other ones I wanted, but I was like, I need to get this one done first. That's my priority. That's what I thought. I was like, I have a feeling that this is gonna be hard to tattoo over. And, everyone I talked to who has scars was like, no, it's fine. Their tattoo artists were fine with it.
Yours is pretty big, though.
Yeah, mine's big, and it's a burn scar, which I didn't think about. That it is different. The skin is different than just a scar from a wound. If you cut yourself open and have a scar over it, it's different than a burn scar. The skin is fucked up now. So I was a little disappointed in that, but it was nice to get a professional opinion and be like, yeah, you gotta find somebody who's really good at this.
That's fair.
Yep. And since I'm a dick and I didn't ask you what you were wearing last week, what wrestling piece of accessory are you wearing?
I am still in my workout clothes.
I like how both of us took this very liberally this week.
Well, I was going to change, but then I came home and I was running around. And I'm still in my workout clothes. With my boobs squished in my sports bra.
Your tits look nice.
They're flat, but also cleavage-y.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Sports bras.
Yeah. That was my thing for a long time.
I'm wearing my Feel the Glow bracelet that I put on to participate.
It glows in the dark.
Does it?
Yes.
Turn the light off.
Look at the color of it. It definitely does, right?
No.
It's just the color of the dark. Oh, that is lame.
Yeah.
That is so lame. Well, that's a disappointing bracelet, but I'm glad you at least put the effort in to put it on.
Yeah. Let's talk about news, baby.
News. We've definitely got some news.
Some sad, fucked up news this week.
Yeah, been a weird week. Guess we bookended with sad death last time, so let's start with that one this time.
Yeah.
Yesterday, right? Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday morning. Dana Brooks' boyfriend died.
Dallas McCarver, who is a well-known bodybuilder.
Yeah, Michael was the one who told me. He was like, did you hear that he died? Because he follows people in the bodybuilding world, and that's how he found out. And I was like, what the fuck? No, what? But yeah, I read her post that she posted about it.
I was in Argo T, just crying.
I was on the bus oh no.
I can't imagine. I feel so bad for her.
I know, it's so sad. And you initially figured it was something with his heart because he's a bodybuilder. It wasn't. It was a really sad. He choked to death. It's the worst kind of tragedy too. It just comes totally out of nowhere and feels very nonsensical and I just feel so bad for her.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate. I'm gonna take a cleansing breath. And have a moment about that. That was really sad. All right, we're gonna move into more frivolous news. Nikki Bella's joining Dancing with the Stars.
I mean, she was gonna do that.
I know.
Last season on Total Diva, Total Bella's total
whatever.
Franchised.
Total franchised.
But I mean, it makes sense, and I think that show is super trash. But I will watch it.
Oh, absolutely. We cut cable recently and just have a smorgasbord of streaming services, and one of them is YouTube TV, and one of the first things I checked on was do I still get Total Bellas and Total Divas? I do.
Excellent.
Definitely set series recordings for both, so I'm really prepared for when they begin again.
So soon.
I know, I'm really excited. They're listed in my upcoming section on my
The Bella's
DVR,
wine is coming out.
Yes.
The bottles look so cute. I watched your little video. I've already gotten permission from Gino to be the one that reviews it.
Yes!
I was can I call dibs? Thank you so much. Unless it's a $100 bottle. I'm not going to buy that. But if it's 50 or under, I will buy it.
Hell fucking yeah, man. Awesome. Yeah, I like it.
September 19th is the launch date.
I cannot imagine that the Bellas are about to put out a $75 bottle of wine.
Yeah. Because it's got to be to that their fans can buy.
Right, exactly. So I feel 20, 30 maybe. seems
if
reasonable.
it's 20 or 30, I will buy both. If it's between 30 and 50, I'll only buy the red.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Yeah, I think that's totally legit. Awesome. When is it? September
19th, and you can only order it from the website.
Do we have any updates on their fucking lingerie? When is that shit coming out?
Oh, they are at trade shows selling it into stores, so it should be coming soon.
Okay, cool.
Because they've been posting photos of them at like trade shows.
Cool.
So soon.
I feel like it's been fucking forever since they announced that. So awesome.
You know what?
Cool.
They're out here making money.
Lots of shit's been going on for them, so good for both of them. Other things that I found out. Kevin Nash, woke as fuck. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? It like made my brain twitch.
I knew that he was kind of chill because Nick told me this story once. He has a friend in the sports, because Nick sells sports equipment, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's complicated.
Yes.
But so he knows a bunch of people and he does CrossFit and blah, 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 blah. But one of the people that he knows was working with Kevin Nash or was like doing something with him. And Kevin Nash was like, hey, are you gay? And the guy was like, yeah, why? And he was like, that's cool. And I was like, that's the weirdest thing to just randomly ask somebody. Like, hey, are you gay? I'm getting a gay vibe. Yeah? Cool. Just checking. For the longest time, Nick thought it was Big Show, and then he was like, no, wait, it's not Big Show, it's Kevin Nash. Did you know who that is? And I was like, oh my god.
That is a totally different person.
Story. They are both giant.
I guess also probably Big Show. I'm gonna guess Big Show probably
But
feels
he probably
that way.
just like, while he's
randomly
like, eating. Oh, and the funniest part is the guy had like, I don't know. Kevin Nash was like eating sushi with his like hands too, and was just like
That's how
popping
you eat it in Japan.
sushi in his mouth, and was like, "Hey, you gay?" I don't know the validity of this story, but this is a story that has been told to me.
Oh my god. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we
Which
know
is
that
like not
story.
okay to just go up to people and be like, "Hey, are you gay?" But it's
Right?
still-
Don't do that. But still, like, okay, that's okay. All right, great. Good for you, Kevin Nash. That's so funny. Try and find the tweet about Kevin Nash, but I don't want
Whatever.
to.
Just
I don't want to.
know that he's chill with gay people. He loves sushi, and he's
yeah.
like woke.
Also, did you see the one about Baron Corbin like being down for equality?
I have said this. I think Baron Corbin is probably like a pretty legit dude, and he like people don't actually hate him backstage, and like he's just got a shitty character, which I totally got over on this week, to be honest.
Yeah, and it sucks because I feel like Vince McMahon is not happy with him. It feels like he's about to be replaced by Bobby Roode like now, and that blows. But because I've like
I
finally,
don't think so.
I have heard that people they are not happy with him. Like the fact that they had him lose the briefcase, which at first I thought was like a smart strategic decision, does not feel that way anymore. It feels like, especially after getting squashed at SummerSlam, like if they really wanted to make
No. Rusev got squashed at SummerSlam. There was a difference. These
That's
Corbin
true.
got Cena squashed, which is whatever.
He got Cena squashed.
Rusev got embarrassed.
Squashed. What did Rusev do? What did he do? I don't understand.
Showed his balls on Total Divas.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, that... We'll get to it. Oh my god. Okay, and then the last thing I have written down is that Global Force Wrestling has a new belt. Have you seen it? It has an eagle on it.
Yeah,
and
fuck that owl. It's an owl, right?
No, now it looks sort of like, it looks like it's styled to look like the Progress Eagle, which is already sort of like Nazi-ish looking, like it's not. But if you don't know what
in the first episode of Progress, they chant Nazi stick, and he's like, it's not a Nazi stick.
Yeah, so like that symbol is already kind of like that, and Global Force Wrestling's new belt looks even
Also, doesn't
more...
Global Force Wrestling have like actual like maybe
Yes.
Nazi funding?
Yes.
Where it's like that's not what it is, and
Yeah.
so it's like a little
it's-
icky.
Yeah, that's why I saw it and was like, this is a very questionable choice that you all have made about this belt. So, yeah, I don't know if that was it was a photo of a belt, but I don't know if it was a mock-up or if it was their actual new belt. I hope it's not because it does not look great. So, we'll see what happens with that.
Asuka broke her collarbone.
Yes.
Cass tore his ACL.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I watched him step down and buckle, and he turned to the camera, and before it could go away, he just went, "Oh, fuck."
There was a lot of swearing the past couple days.
Yeah. Yes, there was.
There was one moment where Brock in the ring just said "fuck," and you couldn't hear it, but you could clearly see it on his mouth.
Yes, there were a bunch of those. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I could tell the Cass one was real when they were pulling him out, and he was just beating the ring, fuck.
Yeah, he was so mad, and he
tried to. Too. He's in the middle of a push.
Yeah, and I saw
Enzo,
him.
I hate him, but he didn't do anything wrong. It was just a fluke.
No, it was totally a fluke.
Just pull down the rope. You're supposed to go over the rope. It just he landed weird.
Yep, exactly. He just landed fucked up. It's basically what happened to Seth Rollins, except it was on the ground instead of coming off of the top of the ring post. It's the same kind of impact injury. And as soon as I was like, oh, he tore his ACL, and then today they were like, he tore his ACL. I was like, cool,
but not cool.
Fuck Cass, but also I don't want people to actually get injured. But I was also
cool that you know when ACLs tear.
Yeah, I've seen enough
power.
I've seen enough people tear their ACL that I'm like, oh yeah, that looks like an ACL tear. Mike always makes fun of me and calls me Dr. Erin, and I'm like, but I was right.
I was right.
I'm a super recognizer, but for ACL tears, I guess.
That's so weird.
Do you have any news other than that?
Not really.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about Lucha since we have so much WWE to talk? What did you say? Yeah, we should. We have to get out of the way. It was a really good episode.
No, it was a really good episode. It's just that I usually like to end with Lucha because it's so great.
Cleaner to just keep all the WWE bullshit together.
I know. Sal's making it elaborate. I don't really know what to call this.
Me neither.
It's
a lot of hand movement and a slow gyration.
It was like a Roma dancer, sort of like the a fortune teller, but also a belly dancer, but also maybe doing magic.
Yeah,
it was a lot of shoulders and a lot of
hands.
Relaxed hands.
Lucha opened this week with Cage working out and grunting.
Yes.
And being scary.
As
and
he
Katrina
does.
being magic. And he was excuse me. And she was like, do you know what that gauntlet is? And he was like, yeah, it's mine. And she was like, you're dumb. You're
Give it to me.
Really dumb. And he was like, oh, you want it? And she was like, yes. And he was like, you're going to have to take it from me. Obviously, none of this happened. But this is the gist. And she was like, easy way or hard way? And he was like, I like it the hard way. Wolverine. That's mostly how it went.
That is exactly how it went. That was such an accurate reenactment.
It would be hilarious to me if after everything that Cage said, he just flexed and went, Wolverine. Johnny always says Slamtown. It's just Wolverine. Then there was another backstage segment of Dario in his office, and Joey Ryan comes in, lollipop and
I was
all.
like, oh yeah, Joey Ryan.
And he was like, what do you want? You lost in the first round. I don't understand. He was like, I got news. Remember we're doing this thing? And he was like, oh, what's your news? Hey, you know Veneno? And Dario was like, who? He was like, that spider guy? And he was like, oh yeah, that guy. Which is hilarious.
Which is how everybody else felt.
Yeah. Also, Joey Ryan said his name weird, which was great. He was like, I think he's Cortez Castro.
Yes.
And he was like, what? We're gonna do a mask versus mask match with Sexy Star because she's afraid of spiders. Joey Ryan was like, cool, I like it. And then Dario goes, you know what I like? Solitude. Leave.
Yes, it's so good.
And I was like, I'm going to use that line a lot. You know what I like? Solitude. And then just stare at somebody until they walk away. Have you ever stared at somebody until they leave your presence?
No, people don't. My face is too nice, and so people will just
open your mouth and scare them with the size of your mouth.
I did make my mouth very big, and that made Stella laugh. She wasn't just laughing at her own hilarity, which was really funny.
Oh,
yeah, just turned into straight Pennywise the Clown.
Yeah, kind of. Ah! It's scarier if you don't make the sound. Yeah, it's terrifying actually, because you're back punches a little. The first match was Phoenix versus Puma. Great match.
Yes. Very good.
So good. Melissa was on the outside. So happy. Happy for her boy.
I love this
I
storyline
do
between
too.
the two of them. I like it a lot.
It's great, especially since it gets Marty involved. So
Yeah.
Marty comes out and starts to like fuck with Melissa, and then Phoenix takes out Marty, and so then Puma takes out Phoenix, and you think Puma's just gonna win right away, and then like, no, they're still fighting him. Oh, these champions. This episode is really cool, and they talked about it a lot. But it's all the people fighting were people that's like, these are the mainstays of this company.
Yes, absolutely.
And I know we know all the like drama with Ricochet, but like right now in the story, like these are
Puma
the guys.
is, yeah.
Puma and Phoenix and Mill and Cage and like whatever.
Yeah.
It was a very good match.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I really enjoyed it. I feel like this whole episode was an episode that I watched the whole thing too. And I like didn't take notes because I was actually watching it.
I didn't take notes because I was getting my swole on.
Swolverine.
Do you think if I ever meet him, I'll just go up to him and be like, can you do me a favor? Can you just say Swolverine?
Like
But,
really
like,
aggressively?
Aggressively? That reminds me of that guy who I used to have sex with, and he would say, I'm a busted nut when he was coming. What if Cage, every time he comes, is just like, Swolverine?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Also, yes,
Melissa.
everybody, you heard correctly. I used to have sex with somebody that when he was gonna come said, I'm a busted nut.
Every time, right?
Every time. He also had baby eyes and was like 7 feet tall. It was complicated. He was a rebound.
He was a very nice guy.
He was also like 3 years younger than me and like a high school dropout. It was rough.
He's engaged now.
Good for him. He's not a bad guy.
He seems very happy.
It was just like a weird time in my life.
Yeah, it's very weird that you guys dated. I mean, you were dating a literal troll before that, so you went like absolutely different.
If I showed pictures of all the people I've dated, there was just like a steady incline of attractiveness, and
He's
it's
like so attractive too.
I
Like,
know.
You really were like, I'm better than this.
I date people based on their personalities.
That you're also attracted to.
Whatever. Leave me alone. Nick is very attractive.
It's true.
Next in the show, where are we? Puma and Phoenix. There was next a backstage segment where Mill is just punching things. Like Sexy Star goes to grab her water bottle, and like Jurassic Park, she's like, what the fuck is happening? And Dario's in his office, like the building is shaking, and Mill is just aggressively punching things, assuming he's mad because Jeremiah and Katrina like sucked face. I assume that's why he's so mad.
Yeah, I guess so.
He punches the punching bag off the thing onto the floor. What are those called?
Punching bags?
Great. I don't know if they had like a special name.
Pretty sure it's just a punching bag.
Just a punching bag. Great. And then Katrina's like, use this anger. We have to beat Pentagon. And then Cage is like, kadunk! With like a giant weight. And then just like drops it on him. And he's like, how's that for the hard way, bitch?
Just dips.
And then she
It's
was
so
like,
good.
our whole thing is that he dies and I bring him back to life. Look, he's alive still. You did a terrible job, Cage.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah, his
Have
body's...
you not been paying attention, Cage?
Right? Like, his body's a little banged up, but, like, that's literally my deal. I, like, magic him back to health. Like, you really, like, fundamentally misunderstood how this was gonna go.
He gets better. Next match is Pentagon versus Mill.
But he's not totally better, because he comes
'Cause he's
out,
like,
like,
"Oh,
holding
my
his
ribs."
ribs, right? Like,
Ugh, but he's so mad, and she's like, use the anger. I also thought this was a good match in a very different way, where Phoenix and Puma was like high-flying, fast. Like,
Yeah.
they started on the ground, but then they like really ramped it up, and there was like lots of flips. Like, I think Puma won with a 450 splash. Like, you know,
Yeah.
typical, but awesome.
yes.
Whereas Pentagon and Mill, it was like just two big dudes beating the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, they said, Matt Stryker said at one point that it was the first time they've ever fought each other, and
No,
I was
that's
like,
wrong.
how?
I think it's the first time they fought each other one-on-one.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Puma, Pentagon, and Mill had that match.
Right.
And Pentagon has broken Mill's arm before.
Right. That's I think what he said. It was the first time they've ever fought one-on-one, which also seems like really weird. Like,
Yeah, who knows?
cool, awesome. It was great. It was an excellent match.
I love that Katrina was trying to get involved, because she usually doesn't really get involved that much. She's
Yeah.
like around the ring. She's not like, you know, like a Singh Brothers or, you know, whatever, like always like there getting involved. Like, she doesn't get involved that much, but she was in this match because there's stakes.
Yeah.
Because it was for the Cueto Cup. And at the end, right before Pentagon goes to take Mill out for the last time, he just straight up back kicked Katrina right in the face.
Yep.
And she took it like a champ.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was great.
Pentagon won.
Of course.
Tried to break Mill's arm, but Mill was like, I am so strong.
Not today, bitch! Just
Which
roll
I liked.
out.
Because I was like, are we going to... Because in my head, I was like, are we going to break his arm and then Jeremiah has to get the gauntlet back from
Oh, dear God,
Cage?
no.
I don't know.
No, I like Sami Callihan. I don't need that shit in my life. No, thank you.
Whatever. And then the next part was Phoenix and Ray and Johnny in the ring because, as Dario said, he just likes to hear his wrestlers talk shit.
Yep, I
which
loved
was great.
it.
So they're gonna have their match next week tonight. So this was just them talking shit because the week before or 2 weeks ago or whatever, Johnny got in the face of Ray's kid and Johnny made a bunch of jokes like, "How tall is your kid? Like 6'2"? How tall are you? Like 4 feet?"
Yeah.
Which was funny.
Are you sure that you're his dad? And then Ray was like, not today, motherfucker.
Yeah. And so they started fighting their security and drama, and then Worldwide Underground came out and fucked with Ray, but then the good guys pack came
Right.
out, so Dragon Azteca, the Mac and Sexy Star, but then Pentagon and Puma came out, but then Mill came out, and then Cage came out, and then fucking Killshot came out, and Dante Fox came out, and literally almost everybody on the roster was like, "Are we fighting? Let's get down!" And
Let's
Dario's
do
just in
it.
the corner wringing his hands "Yes, chaos, yeah." So it was fun because they don't do that type of stuff a lot.
Yeah.
It's not like the whole locker room comes out and makes sure Brock doesn't attack babies. It's they didn't come out to necessarily separate Mundo and Ray. They came out because they were like, whatever, I got stakes in this. I'm gonna fight you dum-dums.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Which I liked.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
But then it ended with Ray 619ing Mundo in the face.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's fine.
It's fun. I'm excited for the Cueto Cup finale tonight.
Mm-hmm. Me as well.
Finalement.
How many more episodes do we have left in this season?
I don't know.
It has
We'll
been going
watch
on
it until it's done.
for so long. I feel like has been going on for over a year now. Has it been going on for over a year?
Sure.
Good Lord.
Good Lord. NXT?
Yes.
Mess.
Well, we just took a weird break.
Yeah,
I know
we-
it doesn't sound like it to eat a burger and some carrot fries.
Yeah.
And we
very delicious.
We
thank
watched
you.
the Gail Kim versus Sienna match on a Global Force Wrestling Impact. But I am very confused because Taryn Terrell came back.
Yeah, this is the perfect episode for us to have watched right now.
Out in these streets in her bra and panties when she left the company and said out loud, "Wrestling led me into a life of sin. I consider myself a new Christian." And then was like, "I'm focused on being a mommy." But then, she came back full Taryn Terrell. Was
Yeah, she did.
bra, petticoat, fucking garters with her stockings, climbing on top of Gail Kim. Don't get me wrong, I like Taryn Terrell. That theme song, "She's a hot mess." Great.
Mm-hmm.
I am not judging people out here in panties and undies, but I am very confused.
Right. What happened in your life that you're here?
Did you realize that sin is fun and Christianity is boring?
Mm-hmm. Or she had a conversation with Shawn Michaels and he was like, "You can do both of these things." She was like, "Yeah, I can." But we'll see. Shawn Michaels is returning to a life of sin as well.
Dressed like the Colonel.
Fucking Colonel, yeah. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous.
Let's talk about NXT.
Okay, NXT.
NXT TakeOver.
All right, TakeOver. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. We got the question about being more excited about TakeOver or SummerSlam, and I wasn't as excited for TakeOver as I thought that I would be. I normally am very excited for TakeOver, and this, to me, felt like it was going to be predictable, and it totally wasn't. Some of it was predictable, but, there was a lot that wasn't, and I really enjoyed it, and there were some really, really good matches.
Yeah, so the first match was Cien versus Gargano, and all I have to say, Erin, is I fucking told you so.
I'm so happy. I have guessed that
You
Cien...
were just like, I'm giving up. I'm not going to choose Cien. It's going to be Gargano. And I was like, no, you don't understand. Now is the time.
Oh, I love, too, that he lost because of an emotional moment where he was like,
Zelina
"What?"
threw a DIY shirt at Johnny, and Johnny was like, don't let it touch me.
I did not.
Cursed.
I should have known that Johnny was going to get the feels and that was going to cause for the shenanigans to make him lose. You're right. I did not see that coming.
It was a really good match.
Yeah, it was. I really
like
enjoyed
that
it.
one move where Johnny came through the ropes and then like turned it into like a DDT.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. Cien looked really great and strong.
And I like, too, that he still does a little bit of the rope stuff.
Yeah.
But I like, too, that there are consequences to that. I feel like it's an important part of his character.
But he also, like, had Johnny in a submission and, like, did a tranquilo in the middle with the submission, which I like, too. Yeah.
He's fun and he's really good.
And Zelina getting involved, like, makes sense. And so that was good. Mm-hmm. That was a really fun match. And then the next match was AOP versus Sanity.
Which was excellent.
I knew that this was going to be a good match just because, like, I'm not super hot on AOP, but they're turn it out at
wrestlers.
TakeOvers. They turn it the fuck out. Honestly, since that match in was it the Dusty for...
Yes, with the shark cage. And
with TM61?
Yes. When the fuck are they coming back?
I know.
I feel like they have been out forever. Like, oh, come back. I really like those guys.
Too. And now that Johnny and Tommaso are broken up, you could use, like, that size.
Yeah, true. Against Red Dragon, too? Like, fucking perfect.
So they had a match, and Alexander Wolf is the first one to tag in for Sanity, and he goes to tag Killian, and then Eric Hunt's like, no, bro.
No, bitch, no.
It's gotta be me.
Perfect.
Freebird, which is great, because like you said, they want Killian to be a solo wrestler, and it makes sense for it to be Alexander and Eric Hunt.
Absolutely, I totally agree. I'm really, really glad that they did that.
Also, I have always been like, yeah, the German guy, whatever. The German guy Insanity.
He's so good.
I'm here for Nikki and I'm here for EY. Fine, Killian, whatever, German guy. Holy shit, he's
so good.
I think we knew everybody else in the show, like, where they were standing-wise or whatever. He was, like, if you had to do, like, a breakout star, I think he would be the breakout star.
Yeah,
he was
I agree.
Like, Eric Young did a lot, but, like, Alexander Wolf, like...
Crushed it.
And, like, carried most that way.
I thought he was going to take the pin, and he was the one who got to get the pin, and that was awesome. Like,
also, there was that sick spot where Nikki was getting in the face of Paul Ellering, and then one of the AOP, like, picked... Wait, how did it work? It was... I don't know. She got squished between a member of Sanity and a member of AOP into a fucking table.
MVP of that bump, like,
just
that
like
took the brunt of
I think it was
both of them.
Killian, Nikki, and then an AOP member, and just was like, that's a
squash.
Tiny person squashed by two giant men into a table.
Yep.
She took it great.
Yeah, I love it. I also love that she is listed on the WWE website as a tag team champion.
I didn't know that.
Because she's part of Sanity.
Totally. I love that.
So she's part of the
she's in
Freebird
WWE 2K18, which I'm very excited about.
Oh.
There's, like, pictures of her coming out with Sanity with, like, the I'm really excited about it. There's
so
a lot of women in 2K18. Like, finally.
Fucking finally.
There's a lot
When we
of
first
women.
started this podcast, there were... two
it was like the
women.
Bellas.
Yeah, it was like the Bellas and Paige and Trish and Lita, and I think that's it.
Yeah, because everyone was like, is Sasha going to be in the DLC? And they were like, no.
Yeah, they like didn't put any of the Four Horsewomen in, but they put Samoa Joe in. Everyone was like, how fucking dare you? How fucking dare you? Good, I'm so glad. So glad. Good.
Yeah. I thought that match was incredible. It was followed by a match with Hideo Itami and Aleister Black.
Which was also really good.
Nick was like, when we first started watching TakeOver, his first question was, when's that weird Dutch guy coming out? I like him. I was like, he's coming, Nick.
Don't worry, he's coming.
Nick was a champ this week because he watched TakeOver, SummerSlam, and Monday Night Raw.
Oof, that's
most
of
it. He like dipped out here and there, but he watched all of TakeOver, and he's like never watched TakeOver with me.
That's so funny. TakeOver's so good.
So he like also doesn't know all these people, and he like, and I was playing a game every match. I was like, who you have to fuck one of them? Who you gonna fuck? His answers were not surprising. With Sanity, I was like, Sanity or AOP? He goes, the one with a girl. And I was like, tricky guy.
I see what you did there.
So the next match was Aleister Black versus Hideo Itami.
That was so good.
It was
they
so
both
good.
did such a
well,
great
because
job.
they're strikers. Because Aleister Black's had a lot of squash matches where he wins, but he's had a couple like
his
you know,
one with Sand
contenders.
was excellent.
Yeah,
that was a great
absolutely.
match.
But to see Hideo with this, like, new ferocity and Aleister Black, who has this, like, cool, collected thing, but is also, like, really intense, and then, like, striking each other so hard that, like, Aleister Black started bleeding immediately.
It was, like, the perfect amount of blood, too. It never got, like, out of control. It just made it look like, ooh, they are just beating the piss out of each other. Because it was just,
like, sprinkled in his teeth.
Yeah, it was, like, down his nose and into his mustache and in his teeth, and he didn't wipe it away, because why the fuck would you?
Like, blood is neither good nor evil.
You pagan.
I mean, he probably thinks that.
Yeah, well, I mean...
He also has a cat named Toddy Potato. It's the best.
So cute.
So cute. Then the following match was Ember versus Asuka, i.e. the match that should have been the main event.
Yeah, this really should have been the main event. Really should have. I told you this was going to happen. This is exactly what happened.
Well, everyone also knew that.
Well, like,
but also, again, I liked the Drew McIntyre match.
Yeah.
But I still concede that Ember and Asuka should have been the main event.
Yeah, it should definitely have been the main event.
That match was shocking.
It was, yeah, it really was. I was honestly shocked that Asuka won.
Pinned Ember clean, too. And Asuka kicked out from a nice eclipse.
Yeah.
And Asuka broke her collarbone somewhere in that match and continued to wrestle.
Yeah, which was fucking bananas. I can't believe that. She's also only out like 6 to 8 weeks, like,
which is
okay.
Which is good because they do like the tapings and stuff. I don't think they'll strip her. They've invested so much time in it.
Definitely not.
Especially they do lots of stuff where it's just like Asuka's like, there's no one here for me. So you guys can play by yourselves. Call me when you guys have a real champion.
When you have somebody who can actually come for me. Yeah. Also, I thought that she met the line for having had the longest title reign in the modern era, but apparently that's not until like a week from now or something. I don't know. They must have used a different date than the one that I was looking at. So I think that might be part of it as well. Like, if they're like, well, you've beaten everything except this other one title reign, we might as well just keep it on you for another week or whatever. Like,
I think especially there's so much going on in the men's title picture right now, and there's the Mae Young stuff happening. Like, it's fine if Asuka takes a step back.
I feel like there's nothing's at stake for the Mae Young Classic right now. We have no idea if they're fighting for a trophy or a belt.
I think they're fighting for that dumb trophy.
All right, they're fighting for this dumb trophy.
Their beauty pageant trophy.
But, like, the Cruiserweight, it was like, here's this trophy. And also, now you get a belt. What I would really like is if they were like, here's this trophy.
You get a title shot.
You get to fight Asuka. And if you beat her, you get to be the NXT champion. Like,
Did you watch the bracketology?
Yes, I did. I really enjoyed it. I knew most of those people. It was really surprised that I knew most of them.
I'm really excited for it, but some of those first round matches are, like, heartbreaking. Like, they're going to be good matches. Like, the one that comes to mind is the Tessa Blanchard
was the one I was
Kari match.
Too.
Like, that is going to steal the whole fucking show. That's going to be such a good match. But fuck Tessa.
I know. Poor Tessa. I'm sorry.
Tessa.
I'm sorry, girl.
What if we're wrong?
She doesn't have a WWE contract.
Oh, and Kari does.
Yeah. So I doubt that she'll eliminate in the first round.
Yeah, but
I would love it if Kari won and they were like, the only one who can take her down is someone who knows her origins. Like, it's the only way I would find that, like, even remotely acceptable for them to be like, they're both Asian, but to be like, she's only equal in this power because they are the elite above all others. Like, okay.
That's true.
All right. I could deal with that.
Also, though, I mean, there are people who have WWE contracts where, like the Kimberly one. I don't think Kimber's gonna win. They are pushing. What's her name? Scary German lady.
Yes, for sure. But I feel like that's part of it is that they've been running angles between Ruby and Abby Lath at their house shows, and so I feel like that's what they're eventually building to is a program between the two of them. So it makes sense that she wouldn't get very far, so that she can then come into the NXT tapings. Also, I don't know if Abby's gonna be a bad guy. I think she might be.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that she would be like, I was eliminated too early. This is bullshit. I can totally take whoever I want. Also, I love that in bracketology we got to see so much of Heidi Lovelace. It was so nice to see so much.
Yeah, she was like, I'm in all of the Shimmer shows.
Right? Go on back and get some of this.
Well, especially because she tagged with Dakota.
Yeah, so it was like excellent to see some of that. I legit got emotional, like, oh my god. I was at this show. It was so weird. I fucking loved it. I was like, oh my god, that's the Berwyn Eagles Club. Oh my god, that's the Logan Auditorium. Oh my goodness, I was there. This is so exciting. It was so great.
Such a dork.
It was so cool. I love it.
I am a little sad for Ember, but Ember's gonna be fine. Some people are like, oh, they're just feeding Asuka these people, but they're not feeding them turd. They put on a really
they put on
good
a
match.
great program.
And Ember looked really strong.
Yeah, she did look very strong.
It's just clear that like they want Asuka right now, especially if they're changing the other titles. And there's a lot of chaos happening in both of the other title pictures right now.
That's true. That's a
that
good point.
makes sense. So the main event was Bobby Roode versus Drew McIntyre.
Yep. Yeah, it was.
Okay, you share your feelings.
Okay, I don't remember any of this match. Not a single moment of it. I know I watched the whole thing. I think I may have like blacked out and fallen asleep for a second. I got to the end and was like, I don't remember any of this. I feel like part of it is that I watched this the same day as SummerSlam. I got up in the morning and I watched this, and then right after this I like took a nap and then woke up 30 minutes later and the SummerSlam pre-show had already started. I was like, damn it! How did I do this to myself? So that's part of it, is that I was just a little burnt out already, and I knew I was gonna have way more to watch. And I just like, Bobby Roode was a stale champ, and so I like didn't care about him in ring, and I just don't care about Drew McIntyre. I find his wrestling really bland. Like,
Really?
he's pretty, but I just don't
I
get
genuinely like. I know I love Drew because he's pretty, but like, I don't pick the people that I love just because they're pretty.
it. Well, yeah, I know. I just
I can agree a lot with a lot of the Bobby Roode stuff, even though I do agree that this was his best match that he's had. I like how Drew wrestles. I like that he's very indicative of an old school style, but doesn't rely on that. He's a big fucking dude that does high flying moves. His strikes are really intense. He can kind of do a little bit of everything. He adapts to anybody he's in the ring with. He also, there is like a desire that doesn't always read through with a lot of wrestlers, that like Drew is always very present in the ring. And I always can like pick up on that. Like, did you watch the match between him and Roddy and the NXT before TakeOver?
Yeah, I think so.
That was an excellent match. I don't know how you can watch a match and think that Drew's wrestling is bland.
I don't know. I don't know what
I think in your head you want him to be bland and you're like not paying attention to the matches.
Well, isn't that bad though? Like, if he's not...
But you have that because you have like, you're like pissed at him for this like indie speech, blah, 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 but he's a good wrestler.
I know, and I don't think that he's a bad wrestler. I just don't find him interesting. Like, I don't know.
He's also such a good champ to have, especially if you're doing this like ROH invasion angle with Adam Cole.
He's the babyface that they want, and part of it is that I'm just not into his kind of babyface. Like, it's just not my thing. So I think that's part of why it doesn't really appeal to me. Whatever. Sorry, Jay. I'm gonna cheer the heels for this one.
Frustrating. He's very good. Oh, we didn't talk about in the tag match that Red Dragon came out and fucked up Sanity.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That happened. That was pretty dope. I was into that.
I like that they both had a singles match where they got their ass kicked, even though they were good, but then they were like, whatever, Red Dragon.
We've been champs all over, motherfucker! Yeah. We're here!
And then Adam Cole came out and beat up Drew Boo.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Who had a good match.
I am interested to see the two of them fight. Like, that appeals to me. Part of it is because I really like Adam Cole, but also, like, they're so different that I'm interested to see the two of them together, as opposed to, like, I feel like, okay, here's why I think that I found that match boring. I think that I find Bobby bland in NXT, and I think that Drew, like you said, he adapts to other people's styles, and I think that I just found both of them bland because they were wrestling well together, and I find Bobby bland. So, like, maybe after this, I will like him more.
I can't believe you watched that Roddy match and you think that was boring.
I don't like Roddy either. I think he's very boring.
But the thing with Roddy is, like, Roddy's boring, but Roddy is a very good wrestler. Like, they are good at wrestling. It was a good wrestling match.
I know. Whatever. I'll either warm up to him or I won't. They need a babyface champ. Whatever, it's fine. Whatever. And, you know what? Honestly, I'm glad fucking Bobby Roode's not going to come back and do a bunch of goddamn...
He is, though.
Is he?
Yeah, just like how Kevin did, like, he is going to do some bits in NXT. That was, like, announced, I think. Or maybe it was on a rumor thing, but I bet he will. Every other champ that left did.
Yeah, but he got to have his glorious entrance already. He's already moved past it.
Yeah, but all the other chants did that stuff too.
Yeah, but Bobby Roode is better than everybody else.
You just said he's terrible.
No, I think he's bland in ring. I think he's a fantastic character. I think that
You don't think Kevin had a strong enough character to not have to come back? You don't think Nakamura had a strong enough character, or no, Finn had a strong enough character to not come back?
Nakamura
or
didn't
Joe.
come back afterwards.
Nakamura didn't, but Joe and Finn did, and that's true.
So, like, that doesn't really...
But
it's not really the same.
Finn and Joe did.
True, but maybe they've moved past that.
And Sasha.
Sasha also had the belt when she came up.
And Bailey.
Okay, that's not true. Once Bailey was up, she was... Well, that's not true. Bailey had that one appearance on Raw and then went back, and then after she came up, she was just there.
Yeah, but, like, still.
We'll see. Whatever. I feel like if he doesn't come back, I'm totally cool with that. If he just comes back and does a spot where he's like, I don't need this, it's trash, I would also be very happy with that.
Yeah.
I feel like that would work well for his character as well.
I agree. Well, let's just roll on into SummerSlam.
All right, here we go. How did you feel about SummerSlam?
Overall, I thought it was pretty entertaining, actually.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot of good stuff. I thought that it suffered from very bizarre booking choices.
Yeah, there were some that was like, what is happening?
So that, I think...
I had a good time watching it, though. There was only one match that I, like, really spaced on.
I barely watched Big Show and Cass.
Oh, I was watching it, but I was like, hate watching it. Because it was, like, the first or, like, second one.
Was it? I don't know. I've been watching wrestling for so long that day that I was like, I don't know.
The first match on the pre-show was the Hardy Boys and Jason Jordan versus The Miz and The Miz.
I turned it on and it was already on, and I was like, I'm not going back.
I mean, you didn't need to.
No, I didn't.
The only thing that was slightly shocking is that Miz pinned Jason Jordan.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Which was like, okay.
Okay, good job, Miz.
They both had good nights following, though, on Raw. That Miz fire, angry, pissed in the ring because nobody was around and the Intercontinental Championship wasn't defended on SummerSlam was perfect. Miz yelling at John Cena and Roman Reigns, perfect. Like, in his, like, suit, asking for it and being, like, gumption to get it was good. I also think that the match with Finn is really good. Yeah. I don't know if they'll do this, but a disappointed dad angle where Jason Jordan turns heel would also be very interesting.
Yes, also super into that. I feel like it's inevitable that he's gonna turn heel, and like that's fine. He was a great heel when he started in NXT.
He really was.
So like I know that he can do it.
Yeah. The next match was the Cruiserweight Championship match where
the first in a string of title changes.
Where
just
Tozawa
like,
lost.
Whew. I was surprised. Honestly,
Tozawa and Neville have excellent matches.
Yes, they do. And like I now knowing what happened on 205 Live, I understand why they did this. Right. And I would rather that Neville beat Enzo than
beat the shit out of
Enzo rather than have Tozawa lose to Enzo, which would probably happen.
Yeah. I don't think so. They hate Enzo.
Yeah, that's true. They do hate Enzo.
Oh my
god,
like
when
Tozawa.
His music hit, I was like, ooh, they are mad. Ooh, they are mad at him. I was delighted.
Neville's reaction was my reaction.
Right?
He was like, pass. So that match was really good. Then the following night on Raw, they had like a back and forth, and the rematch was set for 205 Live. Mm-hmm. They had the match in the main event of 205 Live. Also a really great match. Yep. Titus on the outside being a cheerleader is great. Neville won.
I like the spot that they did between Titus and Tozawa where Titus was like, I really think you're making a mistake. You should have waited longer to do this. He was
like, no, I'm hyped. And Titus was like, you believe in yourself. I'm believing in you because you believe in yourself.
I like that too.
2 claps and a Ric Flair. Worldwide?
So I like that. I like that they also incorporated that where it's like that they set up this reason, like this is why you asked for this too soon and now you have to like go do other things after this. So I think that that's very smart. And now we have Enzo, so
yeah, whatever. Other things that happened on 205 Live, just like quickly, there was a Cedric Alexander Grand Metalik match versus Tony Nese and Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak and Tony Nese had like hilarious spots together.
They're the best.
Where Drew Gulak was just, Tony Nese was counting his abs and Drew Gulak was like, yeah,
Look at that.
Totally into this. Look at my muscles too. Not as good, but I have them as well. Also, Drew Gulak's hair looked great.
I love him. I think he's just the most delightful.
He's great. Cedric Alexander won that match. Also, like, I don't know why, but I hate Grand Metalik. I hate him. I just will never get over on him. I just hate him. I don't know why. He has everything that I usually like, and I just fucking hate him. I just really do. There was a duel set up that was supposed to be between Jack Gallagher, who was like, his angry look is very sharp, and Brian Kendrick, but Brian Kendrick sent out a clown.
Apparently it was Frank the Clown.
Oh, that fucking guy.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize him.
I guess you have all that clown shit, you might as well use it.
True.
It's your whole deal.
True.
He did a good job with the like finger and the slap.
Yeah, that was that was a nice little bit. I would
and
give
just
him
like
that.
squirting Gallagher in the face with the flour, and Gallagher being like, I can't. And then getting blindsided by Brian Kendrick, because Jack Gallagher has been ungentlemanly and being blindsided. Brian Kendrick, that feud between them is actually pretty solid.
Brian Kendrick is doing a fucking great
Brian Kendrick
job.
had that like backstage segment, I think it was on Raw, where he was like just looking around like
He's
terrified,
like so skittish.
Yeah, that was
love
great.
it.
He did a really good job.
Yeah,
It's a good role for him.
Yes, I totally agree, and I feel like this is kind of like Jericho was like this for a long time, where it was like he was having really good, legitimate feuds with a lot of people, but he was using it to put people over, and it feels like Brian Kendrick has really found his role in that and is excellent at it.
TJP and Rich Swann had like a little backstage segment too. That's a feud, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I like Rich Swann, but
I don't care about their feud at all.
TJP, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
The next match, which was on the pre-show, which is a fucking shame, was the New Day versus the Usos.
This match was so
This match
good.
was so good.
It was so good. Oh, it was so good.
They have insane chemistry.
Yes, they're so good. I'm so glad. I also really like, too, that I was shocked that the titles changed. I think the Usos absolutely deserve it.
Absolutely.
I like that they're doing this back and forth with them, because New Day was an unstoppable force on Raw, and they had to be in order for them
To break
the title record. And so I like that now they're using the Usos, who were always presented as a very strong team when they were faces and no one really cared for them, now are still very strong. Yeah, and like can really back it up. They can also talk the talk, including walk the walk now. And so I feel like putting the two of them together has brought out this just incredible chemistry between both of them. And they've also been doing a really, really great job at establishing Xavier as a formidable force as a wrestler, not just as their mouthpiece. Good. Yeah, and I really like that, and I like
also,
that.
didn't Big E was the one that got pinned by the Usos, which was good.
Yeah, I really like that.
And it took them both to take him out, which is also like keeping the idea that New Day is very strong.
Yeah. This feud has done nothing but elevate both of these teams, and I love it. And it is a fucking shame that it was on the pre-show.
A fucking shame. When there was like some garbage matches on the main.
Garbage.
The following night on SmackDown, or like the following SmackDown, whatever. You guys know what I said. The Usos had a match with the Hype Bros, who are a team now, I guess. They like on commentary like scrubbed away the like potential feud.
They retconned it. They were like gone.
Yeah. They were like, it's fine, it's fine. Also, Zack Ryder posted a funny picture. He was like, somebody just tweeted this photo of my dad riding the MTA to come see me, and he was just in his Hype Bros shirt, just like jacked, because Zack Ryder's dad is fucking ripped. Just hilarious. And then the Usos gave like a really good promo. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary.
Whatever.
I mean, they're great on the
They're
mic.
great. I think that phrase is
and
really
the
dumb.
Hype Bros match was good. Zack Ryder, even though he got pinned, looked really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The opening match of the actual show for SummerSlam was John Cena versus Baron Corbin.
That's it? That was all that was on the pre-show? Didn't Elias also have a spot on the pre-show, I think?
Oh, yeah, but he was just singing and...
Oh, that's right. He was just singing. He didn't actually fight anyone. Okay.
Making fun of Brooklyn for being smelly.
Whatever. Good for him.
That's all that happened.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think you're right. This show is very long.
There's a lot. Baron Corbin versus John Cena. John Cena took JBL's hat and was like, this kid's shook.
What in C Nation?
John Cena won, because John Cena wins.
Yeah, because John Cena wins. Sorry.
And then the following night, he was like, I'm on Raw now.
I know.
I want to fight Roman Reigns. And everyone was like, oh, we're going to die. We're booing so hard.
I know.
Between the two of you, we're going to die. And then Miz came out and saved that whole segment. And then Joe came out and was like, I fucking hate Roman Reigns. I hate you too. Miz, we're partners. Just fucking deal with it. Do what I say.
I love that.
Roman Reigns, I got your number. Tough. And Baron Corbin became a really good ref, actually. Shane McMahon was being a dick.
Yeah. I agree.
Baron Corbin was like, I'm the ref. I loved how much he was pointing at himself like a little toddler. I'm the ref. I'm doing a good job. I'm wearing the shirt. That was great. The second match of the main card was Natalya versus Naomi.
Again, shocked. I was shocked that
Shocked by the
that
title
Natalya
change.
won.
This match was great.
Yeah, they did
This
a great
match
job.
was great. That sharpshooter reversal into the turnbuckles was great.
Yeah, it was great. They both did a really, really good job.
When Natty, like, kicked, like, Naomi went for a kick or something, and then Natty, like, moved and, like, pushed Naomi down, and Naomi, like, went into the splits and, like, smacked her head on the ground.
Yes.
Oh, it was so good. That match was so good.
It was
They
so
have
good.
great chemistry. I love it.
Yes,
I
I
can't
love
wait
it.
to see their rematch.
Yes, I love it.
Also,
I think it's
like,
fantastic.
I'm sad because I love Naomi, and I think she was a great champ, but Natty hasn't had the championship in 7 years.
Yeah,
And she's
it's time.
busted her ass.
Yeah, and she's a great heel.
She's a great heel, and if you're going to do a Carmella cash-in, it is more fun if it's on Natty, I think.
Yes, I agree. Absolutely. Also, I feel like this could lead to a Natty Charlotte feud.
Yeah.
Because Charlotte can take the title from Natty. Charlotte, I have superior genetics, cannot take the title from Naomi.
Fair.
Like, they are smart enough to at least know that. Because they were going to do that eventually, and then we're like, nope, never mind, not doing that.
That's a weird thing to say.
We definitely cannot do that. And so I feel like that could also, like, they're leaving themselves options, which
Right.
is good. And
Totally.
I think that's really smart.
On SmackDown, it was Natty and Carmella who had great, like, Natty had her, like, I'm the champ now, unplugged the glow, and then Carmella came out and was like, Natty, that looks great, but just want to remind you, tick-tack, tick-tack,
Yes.
tick-tack. And Ellsworth was like, here's our plan and how we're going to cash it in. And Carmella was like, oh my god,
Shut up!
you're
Shut
so
up!
stupid. Also, Carmella's new gear is great.
I love it. I love that it's just fucking...
A swimsuit, that's fabulous.
No, it's like basically Beyonce's Ivy Park.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It has one extra white line around the whatever's, the armholes and the neck hole and leg holes.
The holes.
Font is a little different, but it's basically the same piece. And I was like, when will WWE sell that?
I know, right?
I will fucking buy
They're
the
selling
shit out of that.
lanyards now, so it's just around the corner.
God damn it. Give me leggings.
Give me anything that's not on your store. Also, come up with a better shirt for Drew McIntyre, you dickbags, because I'm gonna buy it, but fuck you guys.
No, hold out for the next one. He's gonna get another one very
No.
soon.
I'm gonna buy it.
That's
His
silly.
shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees are worse. I've been waiting for a long time to get a Drew shirt, okay? It was Carmella and Natty versus Naomi and Becky. Naomi and Becky just like shut it down because Natty and Carmella couldn't like get on the same page because Carmella was like, I'm not gonna tag in, and then Natty was like, get your ass in here, and then once like Carmella was in, it was over.
Yeah.
It was like Bexploder and then the flippy thing that
That looks like the Around the World, but
but
isn't.
isn't around the world. They say its name every week. Top rope.
Topsy-turvy?
Nope.
No.
Top. You just made that up. I think they just say like a top rope flippy do. Whatever. Why doesn't it have a name? Why isn't it like
No, I think it does
Eat
have
My
a
Glow?
name.
No, it doesn't.
Really?
It doesn't, Erin.
That's so stupid.
I mean, it might have like a technical wrestling name, but it doesn't have like a Naomi specific name.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, that match was fine, but it got people in the ring. And then there was a backstage segment with Tamina and Lana, where Lana was like, next week. And Tamina was like, what about right now? And she was like, right now we're going to close our eyes. And we're going to visualize feeling alone. And I was like, oh, Lana, are you speaking from the heart right now? You're surrounded by people, yet feeling alone. And I was like, this is too real. I have to fast forward. Too real
I
for
liked it.
you. No, it worked. But I was just
I
like,
liked seeing her make Tamina focus and then like show me her rage eyes.
Totally.
Like I like that a lot. And I also
it works.
I also like the idea of like Carmella cashing in on Natalya.
Oh, you want to take my idea that I tweeted earlier?
Yeah, cashing in on. I was like, I can't remember if this is you
It's
or Jay.
Carmella cashes
Yeah.
in on Natty, and then Tamina comes out, punches Carmella in the face, and then after Natty has a rematch and Carmella retains, Tamina's next in line. Tamina beats the shit out of Carmella, gets the belt, and then Naomi versus Tamina, family feud. Tamina loses, Naomi gets the belt, and then Tamina turns on Lana. That's got almost everybody. And then
Right.
Charlotte and Becky are just like sipping tea or something.
Poor ladies.
They're fine.
Right.
They've had a lot of like
They've
focus
won
on
a lot
them.
of titles.
We can like move. I mean, yeah, we can move it around a little bit.
Hopefully, at some point, we'll get new women on the roster too.
Theoretically, the next match was Big Show versus Big Cash, and it was a waste of my time.
Big old waste of time.
Enzo has this whole spot where he like pulls baby oil out. He wiggles through the cage and then immediately just gets kicked in the face.
Kicked in the face.
What a waste of time. We should have stayed in the cage.
Yeah, right?
Fuck this match. Why was this not on the pre-show? Are you kidding me?
I agree. I asked that and somebody was like, because they didn't want everyone to go to sleep.
This absurd fucking trash match was followed by Randy Orton versus Rusev.
Which may have been
where Randy Orton just
only match worst.
The fuck out of Rusev. I cannot think of a time in recent memory where I've seen a worse squash.
It was nuts. I don't understand. Like,
I feel like Ellsworth got more offense on Braun Strowman than Rusev got on fucking Randy Orton.
I think you might be right, actually. I just don't get it. It is the first time in maybe years that I've actually felt like an RKO was out of nowhere, though. It really did feel fucking out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck was that? Also, he hit him with, like, the power of the sun behind him, I guess.
Who did Rusev piss off?
Right? I don't understand. Lana pissed them off so bad that both of them are now being just totally squashed. Also, I forgot to say, I'm glad that they are shifting Lana back into a manager position and taking away the wrestling. Thank God. Thank God.
The following nights, Rusev and Randy Orton didn't appear at all.
Neither of them
and
did.
Cass tore his ACL. So, whoops! Whoopsie-doops! Those trash matches were followed by the Raw Women's Championship match with Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks.
This was also good.
This was a great match.
They have fucking amazing chemistry
They
together.
were, and them, we see Sasha and Alexa in different ways because Alexa's a little more. They're both little but built very differently.
Yes.
But we've seen them fight against women who are much bigger than them, taller than them,
yeah.
all of the above. So having their stature more equal was really effective.
Yes, I agree.
Because everything that each of them was doing looked way more intense.
Yeah, I agree.
It was great.
Yeah,
there was lots of good reversals. They had each other's numbers. I did not. Because Sasha came out and I was like, Sasha's got her I'm losing face on.
Mm-hmm.
I thought for sure she was going to lose. But I think she was just distracted because her weird,
her collar kept flopping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when she won, I was like, oh, that was a collar distraction. Not. Because it looked like she had her I'm going to lose face on.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely thought she would. But
again, very surprised. Every single one that changed hands, every time I was like, it can't possibly also be this one.
the crowd was like, boo. And I was like, what? I'm confused. Brooklyn, you suck.
Brooklyn is dumb as fuck.
2 years ago, you were weeping and doing backflips over Sasha, and now she just has a great match with Alexa, and you're like, boo. So dumb. You guys are dumb.
It's so stupid.
I like that Sasha just lifted up the title and said, I won.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
And then when they had their promos back and forth on Raw the next night, I liked how Alexa was like, oh, so you won. You've been a 4-time champ. Great for you. You lose it every time you defend it.
I mean,
I can't wait to beat you. Which was a great promo.
She's not wrong, is the thing.
She's not, but Alexa is also not Charlotte, so.
True, that's true. Although, Alexa is the first to be champ of both brands.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have set her up to be sort of like Charlotte now. They clearly want to really push Alexa. Also, Alexa is the creepy fucking face of No Mercy.
I hated that commercial. Everybody else loved it, and I was like, well.
It was so creepy. So creepy. And she's, I like that she used to be a professional cheerleader, and so, that element, I like that they had her do that.
Yeah, I just, was whatever.
Yeah.
Because, last year's No Mercy ad was Ms. Maurice's perfume ad, and nothing will be better than that.
Oh, fair. Okay.
So sorry.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
The Demon Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. I was disappointed that there was no chainsaw, there was no chain link fence, there was no absurd bullshit at the beginning that he had to toss away.
You complained about that every time you did it!
But it was hilarious. I would still have hated it, but I missed it, kind of.
Mm-hmm, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I loved it. They made up for it, and they were also my favorite demon entrance ever. It was the one where there were 8 of them that were in the pit on the way down to the NXT ramp, and so they kept popping up in the fog. So they made up for that by not having those guys, but having so much fog that when the match started, it looked like they were wrestling on a cloud. And they had that overhead shot, and it was just all of the smoke around them. It looked like they were fighting in hell, and it was really fucking cool.
It's funny because, like I said, Nick never really watched takeovers with me, so I don't think he's ever seen Finn as the demon. And he was like, oh, that face paint is cool. What is he wearing on his head? I was like, yeah.
He takes it off, don't worry.
It's dumb. I agree.
Whatever. It's fine.
The demon one.
Yeah, it was good. I'm glad. I thought that they did a great job with this feud.
Absolutely. I just poor Bray.
I know, poor Bray. But the only one who can beat him is the demon, and that's good. And they also needed...
That's not true, though. Everybody beats Bray.
Well, now, after he
theoretically
came to Raw.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows what we're doing with Bray Wyatt.
I
do like the final spot where Bray Wyatt goes into the back bend to be all creepy and Finn's laying down and just was like, I'm the demon, now you die.
Right?
And Bray was like, what the fuck?
I also like that they showed Bray's face when the demon started to make his entrance, and right after he got all the way out to the ring, they showed Bray, and Bray looked like, ooh, I think I've made a mistake, maybe.
But then he also kind of started laughing and was like, cool, whatever.
Yeah, it was like, oh, you do... Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Maybe...
All right.
Maybe I need to change a little things, but okay.
Bray was not on Raw. And
you're
Finn
right.
beat up Jason Jordan. In a surprisingly okay match.
Yeah, I really enjoyed their match, actually. Even though there was that fucking beach ball.
Well,
they're banned from...
Now they're banned.
Yeah, they're banned now.
And
good job.
as are pool noodles and, scuba masks. Because if you're going to ban one, you might as well ban it all.
Ban it all!
If you would take it to a pool, it's now welcome here. Here is the match that I think I zoned in and out of sleep-wise, and I also did the same thing on Raw, and I didn't mean to because I like all the guys in this match. I think it was just in the middle of SummerSlam, in the middle of Raw, that was just this is sleep time. So the next match, it was Cesaro and Sheamus, Eurobabes, versus Dean and Seth, Shield Light. The title changed. I can't talk about these matches because I don't remember.
Okay. I really enjoyed this. I don't give a fuck about the Shield, but I, am emotional about friendship, I guess. So I enjoyed this. I thought that Dean and Seth, they wrestled really well together. They clearly all worked together a fucking shitload for so many years. They're really good tag team wrestlers. And it's nice to see them up against the Eurobabes, who, all four of them are singles wrestlers, who are all wrestling in, jumble tag teams.
Right.
But they've all learned to work very well together. And, I like, too, that they kept bringing up in commentary that, this is the first time Seth and Dean have wrestled together as a tag team since they've, made up, basically. Since they, friendship has prevailed over the evils of their past. So I liked that they were they adapted to this very quickly. They've gotten very good at it, and they were doing the hot tags, and I liked that a lot. And so when they won, it felt appropriate. It didn't feel oh, okay, fuck the Eurobabes. It felt oh yeah, they just out wrestled these guys who say they are the bar, and they just did a better job. That felt very real. And the match with the Hardys was whatever. It was just fun. You could tell Dean was so excited to be wrestling the Hardy Boys. He just had this, fucking shit-eating grin on his face.
And they won that match, too.
Yeah, and, good. Excellent. Keep the Hardy Boys doing stuff with the club until the Revival comes back. Set them back up in with the Revival. I'm cool with that. That's fine. I feel I love the Hardys, and I'm really glad that they're there. But what I really want is the same thing that I want from Brian Kendrick. I want to see them elevate other tag teams.
Totally.
That is their role in this company, especially if they're not doing the obsolete deletion gimmick. If they're gonna do that stuff, great, awesome, I'm way here for that. But just Hardy Boys as the Legend tag team, I only want to see them in that capacity, building up other tag teams.
Yeah, absolutely. The next match was the United States Championship match with AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens with Shane as the ref.
By the time it got to this match, I had forgotten that we still had to see this match. I was fuck, oh no.
I really love all of the energy Kevin Owens has brought to this feud. And
So
I also
good.
AJ's fuck you, Kevin.
I know,
Just
I love it.
Fuck you.
I think it's fantastic.
They are great in the ring together. They always deliver in the ring, period. I like that Shane got in both of their faces.
Yes.
I really enjoyed this match. I like the messy finish. I like Kevin's indignant reaction to it, and AJ just being like, I won, suck my dick.
Yeah.
And I like the follow-up on SmackDown where AJ was like, I'm going to issue an open challenge. Kevin comes out, and AJ was like, obviously you're going to come out, but I've already beat you. You don't have any rematch clauses. You got to get out. And Kevin was like, no, Shane fucked me over. And Shane was like, I didn't really fuck you over. He had his foot on the rope. And then they do it where Kevin gets to pick the ref for the match, which ended up being... Baron Corbin, after begging Sammy, which was like sweet, where Sammy was like, literally go fuck yourself.
Well, at first he was like, I don't even remember why we're fighting anymore. And then later came back and was like, oh, I remember, because you're a fucking dick.
We were like best friends and you really screwed me over. And then like Bree Sanger was like, we look great as zebras.
Oh my God.
They don't have anything to do.
Zebras, they were wearing pineapples.
They said we look good as zebras because the ref thing. They're saying we can pull that off.
The way that you casually said it, I thought that it was you.
No.
Opining.
And then he sent them away, and then sadly was like, but I just sent them away. Who else am I going to get to do it? And then Baron was like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And Kevin was like, I have no one else to do it. And then they had a really good match on SmackDown, and then Shane fucked it all up.
Yep. Yes, he did. Oh, I was going to say, too, I'm surprised on SmackDown that Kevin never mentioned the fact that AJ tapped out. Like, he did. He tapped out. And Shane didn't see it, because Kevin had the best line of all of SummerSlam when he said, what the? You missed it! He tapped out! Shane was like, it was 2. And he was like, what do you mean it was 2? He tapped out!
He said, you jump off of... The best line was when AJ took him out accidentally, and he couldn't, like, wake up, and Kevin was like, oh, why don't you get up? You jumped off of buildings and things. You could get up from that, but you can't get up from getting knocked over. What is wrong with you?
So
Kevin Owens is fucking the best.
Good. I also, this is clearly inevitably going to be a Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon match, which, fine.
And AJ Styles doing the open challenge, which is great.
Yeah, and it, excellent. I like that being a part of the U.S. title. I feel I think that should just be part of the U.S. title. You should just have to do open challenges until you find
because then if you have heels, they don't want to do it. So it's better that it's not a rule, because the good guys do it, and then when the heel gets it, they're like, fuck you, no. And then everyone will be like, why don't you do this thing that everybody does? And they're like, because I'm a heel.
Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah,
I like all this
good
stuff.
things. Good things are coming from this. And I like, too,
that,
and
the first belt to not switch.
Yes. And I like, too, that, it always feels like the stuff with the McMahons, when they wind up with matches, it feels like, oh, we're 3 weeks away from a pay-per-view. Time to start this build. So I like that we're getting this, slow build for WWE. This feels like a slow, intentional build to a match between the two of them. So I'm here for it. I'm glad. Good job, SmackDown, actually doing good stuff. Consistent storytelling.
Good job, SmackDown. The next match was Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Wow, this match was garbage.
This match sucked.
Yeah, it
you
really
do
did.
All of, Shinsuke and Jinder have great entrances.
Yeah.
These awesome entrances, and then just, you want to talk about somebody who's boring in the ring, Jinder fucking Mahal.
My God. I've been, on Jinder's side for a while, too, but, man, this was not good. This was not good.
And then Shinsuke lost with a distraction by the Sings.
And a horrible finisher from fucking Jinder. What the? It was so bad. Do it again. Pick him up and do it again.
It was so bad that I need you to do it again.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing for both of them. And, that blows. It blows
and the following
so
night,
much.
it was just Shinsuke beating up the Sings.
Right?
Which is, kind of satisfying, but also,
why?
Shinsuke Nakamura?
Right?
That Shinsuke?
Oh, my God. Have him answer the open challenge.
That
And finally get our
Shinsuke?
AJ versus Shinsuke match. That would be pretty dope, actually. Yeah, it was garbage. It was a garbage match, and it was really disappointing. Sucked.
Final match was the 4-way Roman, who now I'm over because now every time I look at him, I just think of him with eyeliner.
That was an excellent photo.
For those of you who haven't seen it, I asked the internet, can you please Photoshop black lipstick and eyeliner onto Roman Reigns? I think it would be beautiful. And somebody answered my call, and it is the best photo.
It did not disappoint. It was.
He should adopt that gimmick.
Excellent.
He should be emo guy.
Become the new Undertaker. Wear a bunch of guyliner.
You call yourself the big dog. Wear some guyliner.
Is there a guy named for lipstick?
So hot in eyeliner. Everyone looks better in eyeliner.
I would agree with that. When I wear makeup, it's like the only makeup that I wear.
I can't think of anybody who would not be improved by eyeliner.
Big Show?
No, he would look great.
I think great is a little bit of an overstatement.
No,
but okay.
I wouldn't like be like, Big Show, we have to have sex now. But I would be like, Big Show, you look great.
Okay. All right. I'll accept that.
That type of great.
Okay.
Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman beats the shit out of Brock Lesnar.
Yes,
throws
he
him through
does.
2 tables and then throws a table on top of him.
Yes. I loved that. I thought that was fantastic.
But as soon as Brock Lesnar got taken out, I was like,
oh my god, as soon
5
as
minutes, he'll be back and then he'll win? Cool.
Exactly. As soon as they took him out on the stretcher. I like how
But this match was really good.
I know. And I like, too, how it was supposed to be, there's this moment where Paul's like, oh my god, oh no, we're gonna have to leave. And the crowd just started chanting,
Yay.
na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, hey, hey.
I like that the crowds have
Goodbye.
finally turned on Brock. Because there's a while it was like, do people like him? I don't get it. And now they're like, no, get out of here. You don't do the championship. Oh, we forgot to say, Dean Ambrose is now a Grand Slam champ. The only championship belt he hasn't had is the Universal belt, but like, he's had the main championship belt, he's had a tag belt, he's had the United States belt, and he's had the Intercontinental belt.
Awesome.
So good for
He's
fucking
only
Dean.
like one of what, like 6, 8 people
Yeah.
that have ever
Good
done
for
it?
Dean.
Awesome. He is the one from the Shield who should do it, too.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Fantastic.
There were great moments between Braun and Joe. There was some it was just a good
There
match.
was more
Like if you
office
have
furniture being thrown.
Yeah, but Joe, I think was it Joe and
Roman were like
fighting,
scuffling.
and Braun from the corner just throws that fucking office chair, which is my new favorite spot.
It's so good. I fucking love it. Oh, so good. Yeah, there was a lot of really good stuff in this match. It's
And
nice
for
to see dudes just beat the shit out of each
4
other.
giant guys, that's the way you got to do it. And
Yeah,
then
I
it
agree.
set up a feud between Roman and Joe,
Right.
and then we're gonna get at No Mercy Brock versus Braun, which is great.
Cool. Yeah, I don't think that Braun is gonna beat him at No Mercy, but okay, it will be a good match, and I will enjoy it.
Also, what's
Cool.
going on with that UFC thing? Because didn't John Jones get popped for drugs?
Yeah, he's now suspended again. Fucking again. This was him coming
Guess what,
back from a
everybody?
drug suspension.
The people in the UFC do drugs.
Right?
They're crazy. They fight each other. They punch each other in the face. They do drugs.
Right? Just have
Just
a
acknowledge
drugs.
it.
Just have a drugs division.
These are the drugs.
You can do drugs.
Just make a list. These are the drugs you can do, and any of you who do these drugs, you guys fight in this division. These guys, you don't do drugs. You can fight each other.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Also,
You get an asterisk belt or something.
ugh, stupid. UFC is dumb. In
Yeah.
my personal opinion.
I think that the sports culture view on steroids is pretty dumb. But it's because of Vince McMahon. That motherfucker. Feeding to people like candy.
Other things that happened. Shelton Benjamin is back on SmackDown.
I don't really know him at all, so...
He flips.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
He flips. He's also
Cool.
tagging with Gable, so that's fine, I guess.
That's fine. I like Gable as a tag team. I like Gable as a singles... I just
like Gable.
I just like Gable. I think he's really good.
Shelton Benjamin is fun.
Yeah, cool. I'm in.
Anything else that happened on Raw or SmackDown that we didn't talk about? I didn't really take notes on Raw and SmackDown.
Nope.
I think that's probably it.
Yeah, I think that's probably good
That's
enough.
probably what counted. Because we remembered that.
Didn't Emma have another match where she
Oh,
got
yeah.
squashed?
Emma had a backstage segment with Dana where Emma was like, this is ridiculous. Did you see this match? Ugh, Sasha Banks, the boss, this and that. And Nia, everyone's so scared of her, blah, blah. And Nia just, steps behind her. And Emma's just talking mad shit. And Dana's like, she's like, ugh, how long have you been behind me? And Nia was like, a while. Let's fight.
I love
and then Nia just beat the shit out of Emma.
Yep, I love it. I love, too, that Dana was like, you tapped out!
Yeah.
You lost!
You lost. And she was like, kinda.
I love it. I love it. This
Is that-
is exactly what we said we wanted from Emma, and I feel like she's doing a really good job. I wish she had more time
As
to
long as
wrestle.
they're consistent with it,
Yeah.
they should give her more time to wrestle, but as long as they're consistent with it, so it, builds to a story or builds a story, and it's not just every 4 weeks she loses and
Yeah.
is a jobber.
Yeah, true. That's a good point.
What was your favorite match of SummerSlam, if you had to pick?
Probably New Day versus Usos.
I like that match a lot. I also really like Naomi and Natalia a lot.
Yeah, I liked Sasha and Alexa a lot as well.
Yeah.
When Natty beat Naomi, I freaked out. I was like, oh my god! And Michael tweeted, future wife just reacted to Natalya beating Naomi the way that I reacted to Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker. And I was like, I give a shit about this one.
That's my brand, right? Michael.
I give a shit about this one. I don't give a shit about that one.
Did you see that video that Sports Illustrated interviewed a bunch of fans? Like, why do you hate Roman Reigns?
No.
It's so terrible. It's just a bunch of, they're just trying to shove him down our throat, and I don't like him because he beat The Undertaker, and blah, 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 blah. And then Roman Reigns just quote tweeted it, and he said, the simplest question here is to the kids. Would you rather grow up and be like me, or be like the guys from this video? Yeah.
Ooh, burn.
I responded to Sports Illustrated and said it's because he's now wearing eyeliner. Which is a valid point, because he looks really good at eyeliner. I made that picture my Twitter background of Roman Reigns. It's so good. I love it. It's my favorite photo ever.
It's so good.
And like the photo that they chose to Photoshop it is at Nitty Gritty City. Is like him with like his hand on his neck, and he's like breathing heavy, and he's got his eyeliner and lipstick on. Oh, I love it.
It is very good. Okay, this one is a fun question. Hashtag not your demo pod. How great would it be if KO showed up for the US Open Challenge, but in an El Generico mask to get past not being able to compete again?
That would be amazing.
I love
it would
that.
be great if he did it. Everyone was like, we know what you have it. And then Sammy came out and was really pissed, and they renewed their feud.
Ooh, I like that. That's good fantasy booking. Excellent.
I'm
excellent.
great at fantasy booking.
You are great at fantasy booking. That is very true.
All right, our other question was emailed to us, so thank you
for the
so
email.
much. This is from our friend Stuart Williams. Hey guys, I was watching SummerSlam, and the world title matches made me think of a question to ask you guys.
Yes.
Would you rather have a champion that shows up every 3 months but always has really good matches, or a champion around all the time but has crappy matches? So, for example, if Sami Zayn was the Universal Champion but he had the Brock schedule, or if Baron Corbin was the WWE Champion but was still Baron Corbin. I thought of this because I loved the Universal title match, while the WWE title match was ellipses, not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Yes, happy anniversary. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is a difficult question.
That is a very hard question. I feel like part of the reason that I find Brock so irritating is because, like, sometimes he has great matches, and sometimes he does not give a goddamn. And so it's hard to predict what he's gonna do. If it was someone like Sammy that, like, every time I knew they were gonna turn out a fucking amazing match, I think I could get down with a schedule like that. It just, and part of it is that Brock doesn't care about pro wrestling, and you can just read that all over him, and I also find that really irritating.
Yeah.
So, with a different person, I could get down with something like that.
I think no matter what, I would always prefer to have the champion active.
Yeah, I think ultimately I would as well. But if they're bad,
no,
like,
I still think yes, because that's how you build a believable story for them to lose it. When Brock only wrestles every 3 months, it feels like, oh, well, he's wrestling, he's not going to lose it.
But I feel like the problem with that is that when you have somebody who is not great at wrestling, but they need to keep them as champion, that means you have to sacrifice a bunch of people to boring matches.
Think of Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode did a great job getting a lot of gimmicks over, having good in-ring promos. People love that, his entrance, but many people don't think that he's a very good in-ring wrestler.
Okay, that's a good point.
But he was there, and he made the belt feel like something. Because to me, Miz is right. The Intercontinental belt is more important to me on Raw than the Universal belt.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's
so I think it's, personally, I think the main title belt, especially if you're going to show up and be the main event, you have to fucking be there.
Yeah, I think ultimately you really do need to be there.
That is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so we have a bunch of new reviews, but I'm going to read them over the weeks, because sometimes we go through dry spells, and then I feel like nobody loves us.
We have to beg people for reviews.
And then I have to beg people, and then it sounds like nobody loves us, so I'm going to only read one.
Ooh, okay.
Only read one. We'll save them. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be reviewing our podcast.
Because we're still doing this contest, people.
This is episode 96. You got 4 more chances. This one is from Daloon, which is hilarious to me. 5 stars, awesome wrestling pod. I use this to help inception interest in wrestling in my wife. That was a tough sentence for me to say. I also, per usual, do not have my glasses on. The ladies bring a fresh, funny perspective to this awesome fandom of ours. Thanks for the hard work and dedication, you two. Cool glasses emoji, thumbs up emoji.
Yes.
Thanks, Daloon.
Thank you.
And I hope your wife, A, likes this podcast, and B, now likes wrestling.
Yes, absolutely.
So we do have other ones. I'll read them later. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten
So
you.
just took her phone off the table. Like, we're not going to read
We're
these
not
right
gonna read
now.
these later. Just a reminder, the contest is on our 100th episode, we're going to random number generate and pick one of the reviews. Only the 5-star reviews, so... if you left
There's an elaborate gesture there.
if you left it not 5-star and you want to be eligible for this prize, you better go fix that review. Also, our podcast has gotten a lot better, so it probably should be updated, to be honest. We're going to random number generate, pick a winner, and you will get a copy of Boone the Bounty Hunter, the best wrestling movie of all time. You will get one of our new Not Your Demo koozies. Mm-hmm. And a button and probably some other swag. I don't know. It's going to be fun. Yeah. You're going to get some shit from us.
You're going to get some shit from us. It'll be super fun. Oh, also, I had somebody legit ask us if we had a P.O. box the other day, and I was like, are you fucking ribbing me right now? And he was not. And I was like, no, I'm looking into it.
I'm not in charge of that.
I know.
I'm against it.
I looked into it a little bit. I don't know. I'm into the idea of it.
I'm against it.
I don't know. I want people to, like, send me streamers. I just think it would be fun.
Also, I am still against doing this. Just for the record.
Whatever.
I'm against it. You can find us on the internet. I'm at Stella_Cheeks.
I'm at Urgency.
You can find us on notyourdemographic.tumblr.com if you want to see that sexy Roman photo.
Yes. You can send us an email at notyourdemo@gmail.com.
And you can find us on cagesideseats.com. And remember, when you tweet at us, use the hashtag NotYourDemoPod.
And then we can make sure that we see what everyone's talking about.
We don't have a Twitter for
also,
the pod.
We're going to be at PodSlam.
First live show.
Yeah, we're going to do a live show. Woo-woo! It's going to be amazing.
It's September 23rd.
Yes, correct.
We're in the 5:15 slot. Tickets are available now. It's
at the IO Theater.
It's at the IO Theater in Chicago. It is a fundraiser.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's a 12-hour podcast-a-thon, and 100% of the proceeds go to Connor's Gear.
Yep. So...
and we have some fun special guests.
Yeah, we've got...
that are not famous, so don't get excited. That made it sound like it's going to be famous people. It's not famous people, but it's funny people who are doing funny bits.
Yeah, we're going to have a good time.
We're doing bits.
Yeah, we're going to do some bits.
It's not just going to be us rambling.
It's going to be very different from this show, but it'll be fun.
It's going to be a show.
Yeah, we're going to...
Showbiz show.
We're going to have a good old time. Get to see...
Name and light.
Two people who used to be actors get up on a stage and be like, look at us.
Is that us?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about our guest, and I was like, he was not an actor.
No! We met in theater school.
Yeah. Cool,
Just erase that. So you can buy your tickets through IO. Go to their website. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but I bet that you can find it.
If you want to come live, you can get tickets at io.com. If you still want to listen, but you don't live in the Chicago area, you can go to arcadeaudio.net/podslam.
Yay!
Great.
It's going to be super fun. Help us raise some money. Also, there's going to be a swear jar. So I'm just going to bring like a couple rolls of quarters.
Just bring like $100.
I know, like $100 of quarters, like, sorry.
All right, it is late because we stopped to eat burgers and watch Taryn Terrell come out in panties. I am so confused.
I know, it's so bizarre. All right, Demi's.
Yeah.
God damn it, Imogen!
She wants to play these so much.
I'm gonna close this door.
And now, insurance-minded speeches from Geico.
Hardship. My grandmother would go through it every month to pay her insurance bill. First, she would handwrite a paper check, in cursive. Then, using her own tongue, she would wet a stamp for an envelope. Today, however, we need not weary our hands and tongues. Today, we can pay our Geico bill with the Geico app. Away with hardship, in with bill pay on the Geico app. Thank you.